Two other things. Last fall, Bill Maine's wife, Barbara Bill, who you've been quite familiar with, does a lot of conflict resolution. Barbara is in charge of the Office of First Baptist in Calgary. Her uncle died when he was 82 years old. He vanished all his life. Bill has some editorial comments about the fact that he had 6 sisters and maybe he had no brothers, and maybe that's why he was a bachelor all his life. I don't know all the stories. About that. This guy's 82 years old. He dies. He's never been to church once in his adult life. But he wants to service at Crescent Heights. And yeah, I understand that. I mean, what's this about? They go into the attic and they find a box that says important papers, and in that box it has a certificate from his attending Data Vacation Bible School in 1937. That was his connection to a faith journey. Now, you know my feelings, if you're blind and you've been comatose for the last 2 years, you still know my feelings about urban camping and residential camping, notwithstanding the DVBS is an awkward, and rather I have some other pejorative things to say about the term. But apart from that, I just want to say the significance of planting that seed is absolutely wonderful and honored. I'll tell you a fourth story. I'm a little nervous about telling this one because you wonder why I'm staying in such a fancy hotel. I got a West Harvest Inn is full. I just want to point that out defensively. And second of all, this is a better price than the West Harvest Inn was that I got put in by Shelby. I got this hotel which has a little thing beside the bed that you press up and down buttons, you know, and I couldn't figure it out. I had no instructions, right? So I thought I should tip the bed up, right? So I'm going, and it's going, I have no clue. And then I look at the card, it says, the only way to experience this bed is to lie on it when you're pressing the buttons. Well, it turns out it's sort of like a frame that makes the bed softer and harder and softer and harder. It's just really weird. Let me just tell you. So I'm sitting in bed last night going, it's just the strangest thing. I want to point out that talking about community involvement, talking about commitment to the larger gospel is not the same as doing it. Jim Brown, who led us through a governance thing just at the board, said, your attitudes are wonderful, your actions may be well intentioned, but your outcomes, what you actually do with your time and your money, is really what's important. And I heard lessons from each of you in that, which have been very, very helpful to me, and which you have to share to the larger constituency, and I will aid in that communication and frame it in the way that you find acceptable. But I want to thank you for these gifts, and I want to unpack them a little bit for you. In no particular order,